Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to tell you all about my October TBR, which is going to incorporate Supernatural-athon and also Gilmore Girls Readathon. Gilmore Girls Readathon is something that I've literally just decided in the last hour or so that I want to take part in, so I've very quickly compiled a TBR together for that. But Supernatural-athon is a readathon that I am hosting. It is my first ever readathon that I'm hosting and I'm very excited. If you are a fan of Supernatural, you will know that they are coming up to their 15th and final season, which will start in October, and if you're anything like me, you'll be very upset about it, but also very excited, highly anticipating this last season. I know the boys, Jensen and Jared, have directed quite a lot of this themselves, so it should be very good. I'm very excited, also very nervous. Gilmore Girls is something I have never watched before in my life, so my intention is to start watching this in October as well, so that I have some semblance of idea of what's going on. If I am correct as well, actually, the irony of doing these two readathons together, if I'm correct, I think Jared Padalecki, who plays Sam Winchester in Supernatural, also plays Dean, funnily enough, in Gilmore Girls. Let me just check this out. Yes, he does, I was correct. So the irony of doing these two readathons together, Jared's called Sam in Supernatural, his brother, played by Jensen Ackles, is called Dean, and in Gilmore Girls, Jared plays someone called Dean. So these two are like the perfect readathons to do together because there is a crossover, obviously not with the actual programs, but with a character, with an actor from both of the programs. That's amazing. Don't know how I didn't think of that before. That's so good. Awesome. What I'm going to do is tell you my Supernatural-athon TBR, and then I'll tell you my Gilmore Girls Readathon TBR. Some of the books cross over. So Supernatural runs from the 1st to 31st of October. It's a full month-long readathon. If you want more information on this, I will leave the announcement video down below. You can check it out. There is also a Twitter page, and I will leave that down below as well. So there's 10 prompts for Supernatural-athon. I'm doing them all because I'm an overachiever. You can double up on this, you can triple up on this, you can do pretty much whatever you like with it. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun to celebrate Supernatural, and I have so much love for this program, it's amazing. So let's get into what I'm going to be reading and yeah, let you know. I'm excited. So for Dean, you have to read a manga, a graphic novel or a comic book, something along those lines. I'm going to be reading Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. This is a graphic novel following two friends who work on a pumpkin patch, and this is going to be the last time that they're doing this. I think they're just getting to an age now where they can't really do it anymore, so it's the last year, and I think the idea is that one of them doesn't want the other to be like really slumpy about it, so they just make an adventure out of it, and it sounds really good. The illustrations in this look amazing, so I'm very excited. Also perfect for autumn and for October. Next is Sam to read a fantasy. So for this we're going to go for God's Grave by J. Kristoff. I haven't yet finished Nevernight. In this, we're on Friday 27th of September, so still not finished Nevernight yet, so I need to finish that off so that I can get to God's Grave. I'm very excited about this. There's obviously a lot of hype around this at the moment because Dark Dawn has just come out, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really hoping I love it as much as everybody else does. Otherwise that's going to be a complete friggin' letdown. But I can binge these now because they're all out, so that's cool. This is one thing I love actually about being behind with like anticipated books and things like that, is that because I am behind, I can binge read them because they've already come out. Again, similar thing with TV shows. I haven't ever watched Gilmore Girls. It's now finished, so I can binge watch the whole friggin' thing, which is awesome. Next is Cass to read a book with a sassy character. I put this down as sassy sidekick, but just in general, a sassy character would work. So we're going to go for Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames. This, I've picked this up because Cody from Cody's Book Corner loved this book, and I'm just really intrigued by it. So this is following a band of mercenaries that used to be a band. They retired and split up, and now they're getting back together. There's a mission come along and now they're getting back together, but they're all old and just drunk and fat and things like that, and it just sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds like there's going to be a lot of sassy characters in this. I'm really excited. Also, I love the name of the main character in this, and he's called Clay Cooper. I just really love that name, I'm not sure why. So yeah, really drawn to this, very excited. I know Cody loved it, so I think I'm going to love it as well, and I cannot wait to give this a read. Very, very excited. Next is Bobby to read a book with family dynamics or siblings. I'm going to be picking up Blood in the Dust by Bill Swiggs. This is following two brothers in 1853 Victoria, Australia. So it's set in the past, a long way in the past actually. I managed to win this on Readers First, so thank you to them for allowing me to win this. I'm very excited to give it a read. I have got the audiobook for this because I think it's just going to be a lot easier to listen to. I don't usually pick up books that are set in the past, but the reason I did it is because on the back it says a wild outback, a murderous outlaw, and two brothers on a mission to survive. Do just about anything for an outlaw, to be perfectly honest, so I'm a huge Sons of Anarchy fan. Give my right arm for an outlaw. But yeah, I just think it sounds like a lot of fun. It's also got a sticker on the front of it that I've just noticed called winner of the Wilbur and Niso Smith Foundation Best Unpublished Manuscript 2018. That's amazing. So this was unpublished when it already won an award, which is fantastic. Congratulations, Bill Swiggs. That's awesome. And then for Crowley, you need to read a book that the title begins with D, dumbass. So I'm picking up Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I am partway through Muse of Nightmares still. It's really going to frustrate me that I'm going to pick up a new Laini Taylor book when I'm not finished the one I'm already reading. But nevertheless, I'm not going to get through Muse of Nightmares before the end of the month. So we're picking up Daughter of Smoke and Bone. We're going to have Muse of Nightmares going alongside it. I'm really looking forward to this. I got this entire set from someone on Twitter. I bought the whole set from them secondhand for £10, so absolute bargain, thank you to them. And I'm really looking forward to it actually. This is a very, very floppy book. I'm excited. I know nothing about it, so I can't tell you anything. Lucifer is to read a book with a villain you love. Now, I understand that now I'm saying this out loud properly after I've already recorded the announcement video, that this is a little bit difficult because you won't necessarily know unless you're already partway through a series if there is a villain in here that you're going to love. So this will generally be a case of a reread or a book, part of a series that you're already going through. In general, unless you sort of predict that you are going to find a villain in this book that you love, because it's something that's a general thing in the booktube community. So apologies for this. I hope it's not too difficult for people, but do with it as you wish, really, in general. Obviously, most of you will have probably already picked your TBRs by this point, but whatever. So for this one, I am going for a reread. I'm going to be picking up The Wicked King by Holly Black. The villain in this that I love is Carden. I don't know why I love him, I just do. Everybody else loves him and I love him. I just think he's great actually. He's a bit of a bastard, but he's great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I am rereading this. I haven't reread Cruel Prince yet, so I need to get to that one first as well. But I'm rereading this in anticipation for Queen of Nothing coming out. To be fair, Cruel Prince should probably be up here now that I've not reread it yet, and we're on the 27th of September. But whatever, you know where I'm going with this. We're going to be reading The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King, so that's where I'm going with it. For Charlie, you need to read an LGBTQIA+ rep book. So I'm going to be picking up Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Young. This is the second in the Girls of Paper and Fire series. Does not come out until the 5th of November, and I'm very, very excited. Thank you to Hodder and Stoughton, I don't know how you say that. Thank you to Hodder for sending me this to read and review. I'm very, very excited. I cannot wait. I'm still currently going through Girls of Paper and Fire reread, so I will be getting to this as soon as I've finished that. I need to be careful with this book. There are trigger warnings for violence, sexual assault. I don't know if there's anything else, I can't fully remember, but there's trigger warnings for those. There is an LGBTQIA+ rep relationship in this. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't read Girls of Paper and Fire. It's a very, very good book. Just do be careful with it. But yeah, I really, really love it. I'm very excited to continue with this series, so I cannot wait to pick this up. For Jodie, you need to read a book with a strong female MC. So I'm going to be picking up Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. This is following a very strong female character, I'm going to assume, that has been brought up by nuns and ancient retainers and countless skeletons. apparently. There are necromancers in here, there is witchcraft in here, there's all sorts going on, bits of politics. The necromancers are lesbian, by the way, just to add to that as well. There's sword play, and it's all set in space. So I'm buzzing about this. It sounds amazing. Magpie. It sounds amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. Also, it's the Illumicrate special edition, so it's got black sprayed edges and it's signed. Really good. For Rowena, you need to read a book featuring witches. So for this, I'm going to go for Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. Sorry, Shelby, I don't know how you pronounce that. This has got witches in it. This is following a witch who leaves her coven. Yeah, she flees her coven, and she decides to forsake all magic and live off whatever she can steal. Then there is a witch hunter, I think he is, called Reed, who they end up coming into contact and marrying, and I'm not sure why, but it's got witches in it and it sounds really good. There is a romance in here, so I'm really looking forward to it. Lots of hype around this book at the moment. Fairy Loot special edition, so it's got some bronze sprayed edges. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're like dusted as well, so stunning, and it's signed, so I'm looking forward to this. Very chunky book, but I've got the audio on Scribd, so winner. And then finally, for Death, you need to read a book featuring death. Simple as that. So I'm going to be reading Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, which is the second in the Arc of Scythe series. I read Scythe earlier on this year. Haul comes out in November, so this is a perfect time to be reading this, so that in November I can just go straight into the Toll and know exactly what's going on. And then for Gilmore Girls Readathon, this is running from the 1st to the 15th of October. I'm actually really excited about this now that I've come across that common theme of Jared Padalecki in both Supernatural and Gilmore Girls. Very exciting news. The first prompt for Gilmore Girls Readathon is to read a book with a school setting. So I'm going to be reading Undead Girl Gang. I don't own this book, so I'll show it here. I'm going to be listening to it on Scribd. Apparently this is set in an academy. There's been a lot of hype around this earlier on in the year, and I'm very excited to finally give it a read and get in on the hype finally. But I think it's just a perfect time to read it. It sounds really, not creepy, but you know, Octoberish, Halloweenish, if you like. I don't know where I'm going with that. Read a book involving a mother-daughter relationship. I struggle with this. I don't have many mother-daughter relationship books to go around. There is a mother-daughter relationship in it, so I'm going to be reading Wild Like Me by Louise Pentland. I hope this suits the prompt. There's a mother-daughter in it, so I mean, surely that works. I've had this on my TBR for ages, so I'm really looking forward to getting to it, because I also have Wild Like the Girl. Yes, Wild About the Girl up at the top of my shelves in hardback as well, so I really would like to get to that as well. I've had them on my shelves for friggin' ages, like it's no joke. So yeah, this is going to have some mental health rep in it, which is really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good book. Highly looking forward to that. Read a cozy book set during fall and winter. I have just mentioned this on my Supernatural-athon TBR. There will be a couple of these that do cross over, so I'm going to be reading Pumpkinheads. I know that Pastel Pages, who is hosting this readathon, is reading this for this prompt, and I think Gav as well, from Gavin Hetherington, is reading this book for this prompt as well, so that's very exciting to be able to sort of almost buddy read it, but not, if you know what I mean. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm really looking forward to this actually, so I'm glad to be reading this in the first 2 weeks of the month. It's going to be really cool. And then to read a complicated love interest, so this could be a love triangle, it could be a fake relationship. I'm going to be reading, it is called If I Never Met You by Vahira McFarlane, and I'll show a picture of the cover here. I have been sent this by the publishers on ebook, so thank you to HarperCollins for sending me this very recently, very randomly. I haven't requested it on NetGalley or anything. It's been done via NetGalley, but I haven't requested it. They've just sent it me randomly. I did review her new book that came out earlier on this year called Don't You Forget About Me. Absolutely loved it, so maybe that's why they sent it me. I'm not sure. I'm very excited though. Don't own the book. Obviously it's going to be an ebook, so I'm looking forward to it. This is a fake relationship. So Laurie is dumped by a partner of 18 years at the age of 36. She then finds out, because he wants some space, she then finds out that his new girlfriend is pregnant. She's obviously fuming. She works with him, it makes it very awkward in the office, and then one day she gets stuck in a lift with Jamie, one of her co-workers who is hot, and they end up pursuing a fake relationship shall we say, and we don't know where it goes from there, but I'm looking forward to it. It sounds great. Love Vahira McFarlane's writing. She reminds me a lot of Lindsay Kelk. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. Then you need to read a book with Asian rep or by an Asian author. So again, this is going to be a crossover with Supernatural, and I'm going to be reading Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Neong. This is Asian inspired, and also Natasha is half like Malaysian, I believe. So she's English, but she's half Malaysian. I think her mother's Malaysian or something. So lots of Asian rep going on here. Looking forward to that. Then you need to read the next in the series. So I'm going to pick up another graphic novel. I'm going to pick up Lock and Key Volume 5, which is Clockworks. The next in the Lock and Key series that I've been reading over the year. The last one will be Volume 6. I am looking forward to getting to the end. I'm a bit nervous though. So I'm looking forward to picking this up. This is like a horror graphic. Oh, that was a great page to show you, wasn't it? This is a horror graphic novel following a family who end up moving into a house which is called Lovecraft, and the keys within this house, when you put them in a door, will do different things. There's loads of different keys. One of them will open up the back of your head and you can take things out of it, or like memories out of it, add memories to it. I don't know, it's batshit crazy. One of them, you can open a door and when you walk through it, your soul leaves your body and you become a ghost. It's friggin' mental. It's really, really odd. It's quite daunting. It's quite creepy, but I'm absolutely loving it. It's fantastic. I picked this up on the sole basis that G at Book Roast really, really enjoyed this series. So I'm really looking forward to coming towards the end of it. This isn't quite the end, but you know. Then you need to read a book with food on the cover or involved somewhere, so whether it be in the title or just involved in the story itself. So I'm picking up really randomly Chocolate Wishes by Trisha Ashley. That's a mouthful. My God. This has been on my TBR for, well, it's been on my shelves for a very, very long time. I've had it for ages. This is following Chloe, who works she's a confectioner. She works with chocolate. So that's all I need to know. It's in Lancashire as well, which is great. That's where I'm from. So we're looking forward to that as well. And the last book in the readathon is to read the group book, which is Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham, whom I believe is the mother in the show. She's called Rory. Maybe. I might be wrong. I know one of the characters is called Rory. I don't know if it's the daughter or the mother. I think it's the mother. So this I'm going to get on Audible because we can't get it on Scribd in the UK, which is a shame. But I believe the audiobook is really, really good. Pastel Pages has recommended it on audio. She listens like the first chapter, I think, or so. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that as well. I'm very, very excited. I am planning on watching some of Gilmore Girls so that I understand what is going on and who the characters are. I'm also very excited to see Jared Padalecki in something else. I've never seen him in anything else other than Supernatural before. That's a lie. I've seen him in House of Wax, which is creepy as hell. Very excited. I'm really looking forward to it now, actually. Really super, super excited now. I'm doing Gilmore Girls Readathon as well as Supernatural-athon. So it's really, really cool that they cross over. I'm so excited, can you tell? So yeah, I'm buzzing. I actually cannot wait for October to come around now. There's like 4 more days left of September. Still got loads of books I need to finish, but all I want to do is jump into this TBR, so that's cool. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, very, very excited. I hope you take part in either of these readathons or both of them, now that you have connected the dots with Jared Padalecki crossing over in both shows. And yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully we will see you there. Let me know in the comments down below if you are taking part in either of these readathons, especially if it's Supernatural-athon, obviously, because it's my readathon. It'll be great to have you on board, and I'd love to know what you're planning on reading. So for now, I shall see you later. Bye.